Watching a Husker football game can be frustrating, but watching the Cornhusker Marching Band perform at halftime isn't. The Cornhusker Marching Band spends hours each week rehearsing not only the music for their halftime show, but their marching technique as well. It can take years to develop the perfect marching form, but the basics can be learned in a matter of minutes. Today, I will be teaching you the basics of roll step marching for a marching band. This is my 4th year in our high school marching band, so I have plenty of experience marching and teaching others to march. We will be covering proper marching posture and learning how to forward march. Before we begin marching, it's important to practice proper marching posture. Practicing the right way to carry yourself is important to make sure everyone across the ensemble looks uniform. Here's what proper marching posture looks like. To begin, we start with our feet together. Next, we apply what is known as a 60-40 concept. This means to distribute 60% of your body weight on the front half of your foot and 40% on the back half. This distribution allows marchers to quickly prepare themselves for the sharp snapping movements that are made on the field. Now that we've dealt with our lower body posture, we can move to our upper body posture. It's important to make sure that your chest is puffed out and your shoulders are stacked over your hips, which are stacked over your ankles. This is just a fancy way of saying stand up straight. This is important because it allows room for your lungs to expand, generating a proper airflow, which makes it easier to play while marching. From here, we raise our chin up slightly above parallel. This makes sure our sound projects to the audience. Now that we know the proper marching posture, we can begin to take the first steps of a forward march. What's interesting about a forward march is that the first step is not the most important, but rather what happens before your first step. This we call a prep. A prep makes sure that you are ready to start marching. What a prep looks like is simply raising your left heel off the ground slightly to make sure you're ready to step out. Now that we understand what it looks like to prep before we step, we can begin to finally forward march. Assuming our correct marching posture, we are going to prep with our left foot. From here, you're going to kick your left foot out, plant your heel on the ground, and keep your toes skyward. This is the first step. Our second step will be similar. To get there, we roll through and plant our toes on the ground and lift our back heel up. Then we swing our right foot forward, being careful not to bend the knee, and plant it just as we had done before. To stop marching, we assume a technique called closing. What this means is the last count before you end your march, you are going to plant your toes of the right foot down, come together, and stop marching. Today, I taught you how to roll step march in a marching band. We covered the basics of proper marching technique and forward marching. Maybe next time you watch a Husker football halftime show, you can appreciate the amount of work the band puts in to polish their marching skills.